Got some stickers for the door. Got a sticker from Jim Deadman over at Saw Logs and Plastic Hubs. Please go and check him out. He's got slop in the shop. He's right into his race cars. Just a all over nice guy. He's always got videos up. I always find them very interesting. He left a nice note in with the stickers. So I appreciate that a lot, Jim. I really do appreciate that tremendously. So I'm going to put you under Ragsdale Creek. Put her over here a touch. There we go. You're on the door, Jim. Starting to get a few stickers up now, which is good. Anthony Brown, I've sent another batch of stickers to you, Anthony. I don't know what happened to the first lot. Hopefully you've got the second lot. I really do hope you got them. So thanks very much, Jim. And I got a bit excited the other day when I went to the post office. There was a parcel in there from a bloke by the name of Brian. It's got this note here. Please use this brush instead of your fingers to wipe away the chips. Sent me a paintbrush. That's my first piece of viewer mail that's come in. First viewer gift. That's going to be hung up. I'm not going to use it. Just going to hang it up on the wall for a bit of memorabilia. So thank you very much, Brian. You know who you are, mate. I really do appreciate the thought. So that's going to be hung up proudly somewhere. And that's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thanks, mate. G'day everyone and welcome back to my workshop. Recently in the fires, a mate of mine he lost everything basically. The only bits and pieces he saved was the bits he had time to get out, which wasn't very much. He had, when I ordered my new lathe, it was sitting at the shop and I wasn't quite ready to pick it up. So he ended up buying the lathe that I originally ordered, and they ordered me one in again. And sadly he lost that. Lost his workshop, burnt to the ground, so he lost a fair bit of his stuff. Or quite a 99.5% of everything he lost. He's into old motorbikes too. So he saved his favourite ones he had time to get out, and one of them's a 1949 A.J.S. It's a 500 single. It's a pommy bike, English bike, and his plan was he bought the lathe to like make odds and ends, bushes up and just fiddle around with. So that's where I come into the mix now. He's asked me whether I'd make up a couple of parts for him. He's got a house that he's renting at the moment until they work out if he's going to be able to afford to build again or whatever. So he's asked me to make these parts up. This is the brake lever off the A.J.S. It's on the left hand side, being an English bike, opposite to what we're used to. Which I said to him, that'd be bloody hard to get used to. And he said, it's not that bad. He said, you soon learn it. I said, yeah, they pull up very quickly. He said, but not that quickly because the brakes have never been any good on them. Anyway, I've got to make a bolt up in a bush. This bolt here goes, there's a bush that goes in this side, bolt goes, sorry, ass about front like an English bike. Bush goes in that side. This bolt goes through the frame, through this bush. And this bush is obviously pressed all the way into the frame, into the brake lever here. And this screws up on this side. That's what holds it in. You can see it sits here like that. I did face that off quickly. So the diameter here, I've got the hole in the bike is worn, but it's worn pretty round, he said. So he wants this edge of the bolt to be 455 there, which is pretty sure 2932s, he said. He said you can get a 2932s drill and it's a nice firm fit in the hole, so that's what he's going to run with. So this step of the bolt has to be 453 thou, and then drop down to 372 thou, which will be the new bush I'll make here will be say 373 to have a thou clearance, or might be a bit more tolerance there. With a 3824 thread on the end. Going to make it out of this bolt here. It's a 1/2 inch bolt. It'll clean up okay. It's hidden under the bike, so you're not going to see it anyway. So if the head was a bit shitty, it doesn't really be crappy. It doesn't really matter. So that's what we got to do to make up this new bush. So it is greasable. That grease nipple goes right down, comes out right in between where that bush is and the end of this nut. So that's what we've got to make for him. I've clocked it up in the forward jaw. Clocked it up in the forward jaw so I can put a centre in the end. I had to change bolts because the bolt I showed you on the introduction had a big bow in it like a banana. I didn't quite realise that. Anyway, I changed the bolt over, found another one, clocked it up in the forward jaw. So I want to put a centre in the end and support it. It's a touch shorter than the first original bolt that I showed you a couple of minutes ago. So I'm going to have to machine the thread down on this one. Just hope this is run with knocker. I think I got it. Look at that. 453. Double check it again to get myself really excited. Definitely 453. Look at that. The moon's aligned. As Winky do a happy dance. I've got to set up the indicator on the back side here and come back. He's got the dimensions there, 1 inch, 329 thou from that head back this way. Remains at this dimension, then it goes down to 372 thou. So got to set up the indicator in give me a little jigger here, and on the back here, and then shift back. I have to do it 1 inch, a full 1 inch, and then the 329, so do it in 2 steps. So bring his back when I've got that marked in. So 329, yeah, definitely 329, 100, 200, 300. Like that. There's 81 thou, got to come off now to, yeah, down to this, yeah, this section here down to 372 thou. So 20 thou to start with. So there we go. I really like the finish of that. So I've got 6 there to come off. speed the lathe up to that last fraction, see what sort of result I get. Hope. Let's just hope. It's a better finish. $3.72. Now I have to set up to cut the thread now. All the change gears have been changed. I've set the compound to the right angle for a 60-degree pitch. I'm pretty sure I'm right to put a scratch pass through. So you see I've put a little scribe line here. I'll thread all the way up. I haven't put a relief in there. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna wheel it out. Trying to keep as much material as possible, so may get a bit tricky. So I'm just going to put a scratch pass through. I'm going to leave it in gear. Just check this. And that looks pretty darn good. I am half blind too. Yep, I'm happy with that. Going to do a dry spring pass here. I reckon I'm extremely close. I've got to do a lot about me lighting and setup in this shed. Move the lathe, it's going to get very annoying. You can see this here is offset, but look, it's not in the centre. He doesn't want to replace that, he wants to keep it. So I just got to work with it. Just needs a little fine, another fine pass, I believe. that's going to be it. Screws all the way up to the end. Got to be happy. Okay, I'm just going to clean that thread up by hand a little bit, just with a bit of Scotch-Brite, bit of brake cleaner, tidy it up, and then I guess just got to break these edges on here, and cut it roughly to length, and that's it. That piece is complete. I reckon that's good enough. Good enough for this black duck. I think he'd be pretty happy with that. The last thing I've got to make for this project is this little bronze bush or brass bush. This one's actually got a steel centre in it. I spoke to him about it. I'd prefer to make it out of bronze, but he just said to make it out of steel. This bush fits in the back side of this brake lever, so it fits in there obviously. It is a bit oblong, this hole. I did mention making it out of bronze, but he said it's got a grease nipple in it. The bike's probably going to be lucky to do 1,000 Ks, you know, in the rest of its life, more than likely. So I'll just make it out of steel like he wants. I found a bit of scrap in the junk pile. I did just clean the edge of it up, faced it off. I've got about 58 thou, 60 thou to come off it. Then I just drill it, bore it, to take that out, so that 3/8 section of that last piece I made will fit up the guts of it. So I'll get into it and get this down to the dimension, drill it, buggerised around with one of these cheap boring tools. I do have a set of reams in the mail somewhere, hidden in Australia Post Office somewhere. I was hoping they were going to be here, but they're not. But I think I can get away with it with this. So anyway, we'll wait and see. So I'll reposition that camera, I think, and get this down to dimension. Okay, I do apologise, I didn't film boring of that. It's just the little boring bar is that bloody short. It had the like the block sits on the compound slide. It was that close to the job. I couldn't find the right place to put the camera, so I just ditched it. But that's what I've got. A little bit of wriggle in it. Just got to have some gap. Just hope it's not too far. Anyway, I did hit the outside of it with a bit of Scotch-Brite, pretty it up a little bit. So I just got to measure it and cut it off now. I'll probably do that off camera. I'm just going to use a hacksaw. I'm not going to worry about trying to part it off. I've never had any luck with this lathe parting off, so that's just something else I've got to work out one day. There we go. Project's complete. I did put that back in the lathe and hit a bit of Scotch-Brite and made it a bit prettier. So that goes under there and that goes under there. It all goes in there. I believe this push goes from this side, which, look, it's a sloppy fit. I'm a bit peeved about that. But in one way, it's probably a good thing. And this is not central. You didn't want a new one of these, you wanted to keep the old one. Like, it's not a sloppy fit, but I would have liked it just a little touch firmer. That's the way it is. And you look at that piece, it just drops in there too. It's not coming out. And this goes in from this side. It's a long foot lever, I tell you, long brake lever. And that screws up. Now, I did make this thread longer than what it needs to be. Once he gets his washers on it and does what he wants to do, he can just cut it off and himself and make it all clean and neat and tidy and do what he wants to do with it. But I'm sure he's going to be happy with that. I'm sure he's going to be very happy with that. So get that bush to come back out of there now. There we go. So there we go, guys. Job complete. Hope he's enjoyed that. It wasn't nothing exciting at all. It's just nice to help someone out. You know, he's had a fair bit of bad luck lately. It's just nice to be able to help someone. So there we go. So thank you very much for coming along on this journey, and please hit the like button, subscribe button if you feel that way inclined. And I'm sure the A.J.S is going to be all up and running shortly again. Anyway, guys, see you later.